welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing another coding video with Strava's API and Python. This time I'm going to be showing you how to import all your runs and bike rides and all your activities on Strava into a Google Sheet. But I'm going to show you the basics of how to import all the data and have it update every single hour, or as much as you want. If you didn't see my last video, please go watch it. It should be up here somewhere, and it'll also be the first link in the description. So if you've already done all the steps, then you're good, but I will show you the basic steps, how to get caught up to where we are. So as you saw in the last video, assuming you watched it, first up you have to make a Strava API application. Go into strava.com/settings/API. Once you do that, you have to run the Python file that I give you in the last video and use that to get your refresh token, which allows you to get a new access token whenever you need it so that you can get all the data from your account. One thing I will say is that I have made a new Python file. It's slightly updated. It's a little version 2. There's not that much different besides right at the end there's another function called get all activities. I recommend you just download this and then you can import the same client ID, athlete ID, refresh token, client secret. You can do all those once again. You can just copy and paste them from the old one to the new one. With this video, I will be showing you a new Python file that I made that supports sending your Strava data to Google Sheets. It's about the same length, maybe a little bit shorter, but it has everything you need to get the basics running. I'm assuming that you already have Python installed and VS Code installed or some other code editor. You're going to need that if you want to watch the last video. But let me open this up. So here's the new Python file opened up in VS Code. Right now at the top, you're going to see some imports. This top one is your Strava API file, so the name is the same name as the file, which is, I have it right here, my copy of it. But if you have it renamed to anything else, you want to put that right there. And then the second thing is gspread, which is Google Sheets, and allows you to send data into Google Sheets and also receive it. And just as you can see with the comment right next to it, you want to type this python-m pip install gspread into your command prompt, which I can show you that real quick. Just like the request in the last video, you're going to type python-m pip install, and this one will be gspread. I've already installed it, so won't come up with much. That's what it looks like installed. And then this third one on line 6 is another import, which is optional. It's called Simplepush, which is basically allows you to send a notification to your phone once it's done. I have it set up. It's not bad. There is a free version, but I have the paid version. I don't remember the difference. So, but it's like a once a year type subscription. So I've had it for just over a year. It's worked well for me so far. Once again, if you want that, you can do Python pip install Simplepush. Makes it really simple. So now we'll get our Google authentication code or whatever, but it's what we need required to use the gspread and send our data to Google Sheets. So to get this, we're going to go to console.cloud.google.com. Once you go to this website, you're going to sign into the Google account, but you're going to select a project, and we're going to do new project, and then you can call it whatever you want. My personal one's just called Strava data, but I'm honestly just going to leave this as my project 69983, and then press create. Now we're gonna press select project, or you can press it from here. And then once we're gonna go to the left over here, IAM and admin, and then we're gonna click on service counts, and then we're gonna create a service count. This can be desktop client 1. Sounds good to me. Description, I don't think we need that. Create and continue. I recommend it called something, probably the same name as the project. Permissions, and get probably owner. Yep. Continue. We're gonna click done. Next, we're gonna go to manage keys. Click add key and create new key. Make sure we have JSON selected. and press create. And then you'll download a file. That is the file that you're gonna need. And you're gonna, so first of all, move it out of your downloads and into a folder where you know where it is. And then what we're gonna do is right click it and then we're gonna copy as path. Then we go back to our Strava data to Google Sheet. In these quotation marks where we see Google authentication file, we're gonna press Control V, and actually we're going to, it already has quotation marks, so we don't need that. And then once after we paste it, all these slashes that you see, we're gonna replace those with backslashes, which are the ones that face the other way. Make sure you save. You can do that with Control S or File Save. And this next one, kind of optional. This is the all activities file, which is basically once you get data, you can put it into a text file, which you can see it more easily. Which here is my current one like this. It looks kind of like a mess, but it has all the activities. Can be used for future projects that I might be doing. If you want it for future projects, this is could be useful. So if you already have this path right here, you want to use the same one, most likely. Copy that, and then you can type whatever file name you want. Just make sure at the end it's a txt file. So you can do whatever you want. Strava ax.txt. You and then you don't have to create it yourself. It will do it automatically. That it's good for the main step. First step it does is it writes the activities to the file. If you don't need this or don't want this, you can just delete this whole function. Second, it updates the activity sheet. So if you already have it into the file, as you can see here, you can see athlete. You can see the name, and it works as name, and then the values. So you can run distance, and then the distance in meters, moving time in seconds, and elapsed time in seconds, total elevation gain in meters, type run, sports type run, workout type, device name, ID, start date local. Here's all the things. So these are what you put those lists, such as name or distance. These are what you're going to put in this array of keys. This is the ones that I have set up are start date local, name, moving time, elapsed time, average speed, distance, total elevation gain, and then it goes to speed, workout type, gear ID, achievement count, kudos count, comment count, ID, device name, external ID. So if you want to add more, you can add more. If you don't need all these, you can delete them. I will say for the sheet, A2 through S, that's how many values I have. So A through S is, I don't know, 19 values or something like that. If you have more, you're gonna have to increase that. If you have less, I don't think you have to decrease it, but I recommend you do. And make sure this and this are the same ranges. Once again, if you want the Simplepush notification to your phone, what you want to do is, well, of course, install it, Simplepush, but you also want to get rid of these quotation marks, and of course, from the top, remove this hashtag, and this will send you a notification. You will have to add in your key, which is like a string of like 6 numbers and letters. Again, if you want that, completely optional. You'll need to create a Google Sheet. Here's I just call it all Strava runs. You can call it whatever you want. But in this sheet, remember that service count you created earlier? When you go back to service counts, you see his email address, copy that, and go to Google Sheet and click on share. And what you want to do is add, some reason saying not found, but, and make sure they are an editor. As you can see, here's my personal one, which is Google Survey Account as an editor. You do need that, so it has permission to edit the sheet. And going back to the Python file, this line saying open all Strava runs, that is the title of your sheet. So rename it to whatever you have, or if you have the same name as me, keep it. And for this line right here of the activity sheet, this is the one that you're importing to. This is the name of it. I have mine, just called activities. And then I have plenty of others that I have formatted it and use all the data to get different values, such as how many miles I've run this year, how many miles I ran last year, all my different shoes, and how many miles they have how many miles they have on all of them. Yeah, so make sure the name matches here, and I believe that is it. So if you want to run this, you can do it right now. You can run it manually just by clicking play button up here. Now, for the last step, I will be showing you how to run it every hour, and so it can update automatically. So what we're going to do is open Task Scheduler. If you're on Windows, I don't know exactly how to do this on Mac or Linux. You can probably just look up, but we're going to look up Task Scheduler. Should show up. And then what we're going to do, click on library up here, and then we can do create task, name, doesn't really matter, but something that makes sense. So like Strava, and then I don't think this matters, but I have it set to Windows 10, and then I like to have it whether I am logged in or not. So triggers, we're gonna add new, we're gonna click on repeat every 1 hour for a duration of however long you want it. I choose indefinitely and make sure this doesn't stop after 3 days. So, and then if you want it set exactly on the hour, I like to do 12, 12, 00, a.m. Click OK. Next, we're gonna go to actions. We can do new, start a program. Program you're gonna do is actual Python, not your Python file, but actual Python, which if you have another, or if you run just another Python file, like I have here, can be anything, you will see this line right here. This right here is actual python.exe. You can copy that and program. It's going to be there. Arguments, you will need this. This is your actual Python file. So you can also copy this from here, but make sure you change this at the end. This, I think you need to do it in quotes. And then right here, this is the title of your Python file, which I have default name StravaAPI.py. And then that's it. But make sure that the path that you have selected matches up with the actual file that you downloaded and put it into the right place, or else this is not going to work. You can press OK, and then press OK, and then you have to type in your password, and then once it's done, you're done. It should run every hour. You can manually do it if you want to make sure it works. But that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions and I mess something up, leave a comment and I'll try to help you out the best I can. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Sorry about the delay in video uploading. It's been a few months. I've been procrastinating. Then I had to finish school, my first year of college, and then procrastinating again, doing other stuff, but finally got around to do it. And so, that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon for a special video. Goodbye!